Alright folks, Bathed in Blood here with a review of the new 3DS. Yes, I bought one. I didn't think I was going to buy one on launch day because the games kind of suck right now. I didn't buy any games. It comes with some pre-installed stuff, and we'll check that stuff out for the technology, and then later on buy some games. But I got the Aqua blue one because the only other one they had was the black, and I like the blue color. It's pretty awesome. So here is the box, and it's actually kind of slick. It's not like a rough box at all. So Nintendo's known for their packaging. You know, they got good packaging style. So basically it's got all the warnings on the side and on the back, all the different stuff that it can do. And we'll go ahead and crack this sucker open. And yeah, there's probably some good deals on this thing right now. I went to Fred Meyer and got it, and they were offering $5 off of a starter kit. I didn't get the starter kit. I didn't get the protection plan because I don't care about any of that stuff. So I just paid the $250 for it. And you know, when I went, this is opening day, Sunday. I was the first one, she said, to come and get one, which is really odd to me. They should be sold the hell out pretty quickly. Alright, so here's the first thing that you're greeted with when you open the box, and it basically just flaps open like that. Very simple open. Talks about the Mi Plaza Street Pass, which is really cool. Basically, when you're walking down the street with this thing or just out and about, you'll get points when you cross people. Look at that, Nintendo never fails to give you a crap load of manuals and just weird stuff. And the 3DS is beneath that. So there it is. 3DS, power supply, and probably nothing. No, there's probably a stylus in there. Oh no, that's the charging cradle. There we go. So here's everything laid out. Basically, you got your Street Pass. Tells you about it. Nintendo Power offer. Your power adapter with that type of a plug. And then your AR games. This shows off the technology of the 3DS. You basically place these on the table and they come to life and pop out of your system. Pretty cool stuff. So they come with a pack of these. I think there's like 7 in here. And you could probably play some games with them too. And then your manual. Look how big this thing is. I mean, it's probably got all the different, well, it's definitely got all the different languages in it. That's why it's so big. Here's the charge cradle that you can just set it down on rather than plugging it in normal. And you just plug your plug into the back there and let it sit and charge. And then there's the system. Now look how shiny, and that color is just really cool looking, you know? It's like a glossy metallic. So, got the back there, and the top, the stylus, and your game. And the L and R buttons have a little bit of a click to them. Feel nice. And then it's got the wireless right there. Headphones on the bottom. And then your little LED button or lights right there. SD card, volume. Now I remember when this thing came out, there was a button for 3D. So I'm guessing it's this slider right there to turn it on and off, and the intensity of the 3D right there. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this open. Feels really nice too. It's not that heavy, but overall for $250, a lot of people were justifying the, oh, it's a handheld system, portable, you know, it's not worth $250. Well, it's got awesome technology, so yes, it's probably worth $250, but we will find out in the next coming few days. So let me go ahead and crack the case open so you can see what the 3DS looks like on the inside. Alright, so here's the inside. Now basically, we got our power button here, and it doesn't click that much. It's just, you know, sturdy. Now you actually got a home button now, which is really cool. And they look like they, yeah, they're kind of built in, but they kind of click down. So it's like a console now. When you're playing a game and you want to go to the main area, like on the Xbox, you can go to the home area instead of taking the game out while you turn it off the system. So you can keep the system on. A little bit of clicky, not much. And then this thing, man, it feels really, really smooth. It's cool that they included that, you know? It's really a good idea. And then, of course, you got your camera, your speakers on the sides, and then here's the, I believe that's the 3D button, or the 3D intensity. You can turn it off. Yeah, very glossy. Screen size isn't bad, you know. Top screen's pretty big. But one thing I can tell you about it is the fingerprints. Look at that. That's going to be ridiculous. It doesn't even come with a cloth. These days with equipment you get cloths, but not with this one. And then of course it's got the two cameras there. So it's got the camera on the inside and on the outside. So, pretty cool. Alright, so there's the starting. First turning it on, it's got the blue light down there. Nice and blue. And it wants me to select a language. So, now if I wasn't mistaken in the past, the stylus used to be on the side. Now, they put the stylus on the top, over there. And the stylus for the 3DS is smaller than it normally is, and it's got a cool chrome to it, but it's a lot shorter than it used to be. Alright, so we got English selected. And of course there's your 3D. And it's telling me to check that the slider is 3D. And it wants me to hold it like that. And hit the next button. Looking at the 3D screen up on the top, even on the camera you can kind of see like a little weird, well maybe not on the camera, but it just looks like it's got, when you move side to side, it looks like it's got some kind of crazy technology in that screen. So I'm going to go ahead and check this out and get back with you guys. Okay, I just reviewed going through everything on here, and I set up the system. Very easy setup, internet setup, you know, nothing had a problem, it was all smooth. They introduce you to the 3D slowly, and it takes your eyes a second to adjust, but once it's adjusted, you're good to go. The whole menu is 3D, it's pretty cool, it's all about the screen. Once your eyes adjust, you know, and the more you play it, you know, it's going to be a lot easier to see the 3D and this and that. But it's very cool technology, worth the price already. I will say that there's a sweet spot on how far away you want to hold the system. If you hold it too far or too close, you don't see the 3D as well. It's kind of, you know, off. But it's very simple, you know, the normal distance you hold a handheld system is exactly where they set it up, so that is the sweet spot. But once you get it there, you're good to go. Like I said, easy setup. Everything works great, you know. It's got, if you go scrolling to the menu here, right here, we're at the system settings. This is all in 3D right now, but of course the camera will not pick it up. If you're scrolling, you have face raiders, which is basically a game where you can take pictures of your friends and shoot them in the face with tennis balls. Activity log. AR games. I already looked at that. It's got the Me Maker. Street Pass. And of course it's got your Nintendo 3DS sound. Safety information, and then just the main menu. But yeah, I can see this thing hurting your eyes after a certain amount of play. And then maybe even, you know, when you get back into reality and you're not playing a game, everything's going to look weird. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to put some strain on people's eyes. And that's why kids aren't supposed to be playing this thing. But yeah, we'll see what kind of headache I get playing a 3DS. Because, yeah, your eyes are definitely kind of tricked. And when I first looked at the screen in 3D, I was like, whoa, that's weird. And then, you know, my eyes adjusted. But, you know, once they adjust, you're good to go. But it's definitely in 3D. There is some depth for sure. It doesn't really pop out of the screen. I mean, yeah, it does, but it's different for each application, you know? Like at this main menu here, this stuff is actually in pretty good 3D compared to everything else before that. You know, there's like text bubbles that pop up during your setup, and they pop out of the screen a little bit. But I'm going to check out these AR games and see exactly how those things pop out of the screen. The other thing about this that I heard is the battery life is horrible. It's only like 2 or 3 hours. So pretty much you're going to be playing plugged in. And if you're on the go, I'm not really sure how long that's going to last. I mean, it's going to be quick plays here and there on the go. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check out these AR games and let you guys know exactly how those work and how cool they are. Okay, so it sets you up with the first AR game, which is this dragon that you have to beat, which is in this card. And all it is there's nothing on this side, but it reads the cards. And each card has like a different thing on there, so I'm guessing that one has Mario in there somewhere. But basically, it tells you how far to be away from the card, and if you move out of the range, closeness, the depth, then it'll tell you to get forward or move backward. And you can move around the card, you know, around the table, up and down, and it'll act as long as you're pointing at the card, and you can interact with this. It's very smooth, it's very 3D, it's very impressive. It made my whole table right here, the whole viewing area, it like rises and goes down. Like the table actually turns into like a big bump, and it just like starts moving into the table. And it takes the texture of whatever it's on, like this table here, and it actually makes it part of the animation. So it's very cool. That's just the first card. So it was like a target practice thing, and you beat a dragon, and it's just really cool. Fireworks and fires shooting at you in 3D. It's hard to kind of keep the distance and move around and keep your distance from the 3DS at the proper distance so you can see the 3D properly. It just kind of takes some getting used to. But so far, this device is very cool, and I recommend it for anybody above the age of 10, obviously, because you don't want kids to be ruining their eyes while they're in development. Okay, so the different cards here with the pictures on them of the characters are just that. They're just pictures. So they pop out in 3D, and you can pan around them, and you can put them in different poses and take pictures of them. When you take a picture of them, it's in 3D and actually saves it as a 3D picture, and it saves it from whatever surface you had put it on. So this one's cool with Link, and then the Mario one. Of course, we got Kirby, Samus, and look like little Pikmin people. The Samus one, yeah, gotta look at that one. But yeah, that's just kind of checking it out. You know, I haven't played any games at all. I heard that the games, though, that are out right now are very bare. They're kind of just like a half game, and they're just not worth, you know, purchasing. They seem like they're half done. So I'm gonna wait until some real games come out for this thing, and I think they're like 30 or 40 bucks. But I can already see that this thing is either gonna make me go blind. Well, hopefully not. I mean, it's not really messing with my eyes too much. My eyes don't hurt, I don't have a headache. It's just really odd, you know, it's something new for your eyes to look at that's never really been done before, so I can kind of see where this thing's going to take off. You can't really show friends. Like, if you were in a group gathering, you would have to actually pass the 3DS around so they could see what's going on the screen. You can't gather around and see. It just won't work that way. Your eyes and the screen don't line up properly. It's a one-person deal. But, yeah, this thing's definitely going to take over the DSi and the DS Lite. I mean, it's just going to annihilate all that stuff. And we'll put some old games in and see what they do. They're obviously not going to be in 3D. But, yeah, we'll check out how the system runs in all aspects. Like I said, I've got it hooked up to my Wi-Fi and all that fun stuff. So, yeah, there's all the cards that you get. And the stylus works fine. You know, it's really small. and we'll even talk about battery life and certain settings with that in a later installment of this 3DS unboxing slash review, hands-on first look. So go ahead and thumbs up the video if you like it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and leave some comments below, ask questions if you have any, and I'll be sure to look at every comment and answer back in a timely fashion. But thank you for watching. Have a nice day.